Song player. Zenith One has an Mp3 and MidiFile player built in. All MP3s and MIDI files must be transferred to the internal memory of the tablet display or onto a mini SD card inserted into the slot on the tablet display. Attention! Never put MP3 or MIDI files on the SD card of the Zenith box. Never! How do you transfer your MP3s and MIDI files from your PC or Mac to the internal memory of the tablet display? First, you need to disable the automatic execution of the Zenith One app. Do it like this. On the home screen, with 2 fingers, swipe this Zenith home screen to the system screen of the tablet. Press here. On the settings gear of the tablet at the top right. Then click on Apps, Notifications, and then on General Default Apps. Click on the Zenith App icon, which is now in Home App mode. Select and click on BV Gidetin Launcher. At this point, you will find yourself on this system screen of the tablet. Now, you can connect the USB cable from the tablet to your Mac or PC. You will need to authorize the tablet to transfer files from the PC or Mac to the tablet's internal memory or to the micro SD card if it has been inserted into the tablet slot. Organize your repertoire, MP3 and MIDI files into 2 separate folders. Open the music folder on the tablet and create within it 2 folders named MP3 and MIDI files respectively. Copy your MP3 files, also copy all the MIDI files. At this point, disconnect the USB cable from the PC or Mac, and you will find yourself on this system screen of the tablet. Now, you need to enable the automatic execution of the Zenith One app again. Do it like this. Click on the gear icon. On the tablet's desktop, select Apps and Notifications. Click on Default Apps. Select and click on BV Launcher. And finally, select and click on Zenith App. You will see the Zenith App's start screen. Open. At this point, turn off the tablet by holding down the power button. Then make sure the Zenith One box is on and then turn the tablet back on. When you are back on the home screen, to access the MIDI file MP3 content, you will need to click on the Song menu. Here, you need to select the folder music where you have created the folders, MP3 and MIDI files. From here, you can call up an MP3 or MIDI file. How to select the folders with the MP3 and MIDI files in the bank folder directories. To quickly access the MP3 and MIDI files, you can assign the folders to the bank folder function in this way. Enter the MP3 or MIDI file folder. There are 10 bank folder folders on the right side of the display. By holding down one of the free bank folder buttons for a few seconds, you will reach this screen. Give a name to the bank folder and press OK. From now on, every time you want to access the contents in the folder, where are the files? MP3 or MIDI files, just press the bank folder button. Song play MP3 and the lyrics. The MP3 player of Zenith One handles the following text formats on MP3. MP3 with ID3 text, MP3 with Karaoke 5 text, and MP3 with an additional file in TXT format. In this case, you can create your own text files for any MP3 track. But you must pay attention to 2 essential things. The MP3 file and the TXT file in question must strictly have the same name and be stored in the same location. When you play an MP3, you can view the lyrics by pressing the lyrics button. If you have many tracks in your MP3 folder, you can play them consecutively by activating the autoplay button. You can also press the play button, pause during playback with the dedicated button, and then resume playing. And finally, you can adjust the volume using the designated slider. Instead, when you load a MIDI file for the first time, you will see this optimization screen, and then the file will be played automatically by the player. You can view the lyrics of the MIDI file by pressing the lyrics button. You can also mute the vocal track on the MIDI file by pressing lead ET off. To lower or raise the pitch of the MIDI file, you have the transposer button available, and then you can adjust the parameters. To speed up or slow down the BPM, press the tempo button, and then adjust the parameters. If you have many tracks in your MIDI file folder, you can play them consecutively by activating the auto button. You can also press the pause button during playback, using the dedicated button, and then press it again to resume playback. And finally, you can adjust the volume using the designated slider. To edit a MIDI file, you have the MIDI menu button File Mixer available. From here, you can play the video. You can mute or solo a part, adjust the volume, change the instrument. You can modify the reverb. And chorus sense and adjust the pump part, you can regulate the volume using the slider, designated at the end of these modifications. You can save the setup of each MIDI file, so you will have customized your MIDI files for Zenith One. Then, press Save and select Initial if you want to save only the initial settings of the MIDI file. Or choose Global if you want to save all the settings present in the entire MIDI file. So, press Save Song Setup. Is everything clear? If you have any questions, write a comment below.